Thank you for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. We are glad to still have your company. It's fast inching into the final bend of the program, and the conversation on our hands right now is about revolutionizing the tourism industry through technology, the impact of technological advancements, and how Uganda is onboarding is an important aspect that we need to understand, because across the globe, people who are enjoying tourism products and services are increasingly accessing them through the power of tech. Whether that is something that stakeholders in the industry here are embracing, adopting and supporting is a matter that, well, can be discussed at different levels. However, right now, let's talk to Timothy Ochen. He's the Managing Director at TIO Tours and Travels on the same. You're most welcome to the program.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great.
Yes.
First and foremost, before I even go into the nitty-gritty of how technology is helping the tourism industry and everything that comes with it, what's your overview of Uganda's tourism potential right now?
Oh, well, I think that we're the pearl of Africa.
Aha.
So we're gifted by nature.
Yeah.
Tourism at the moment, I think we're on the rebound. The numbers are really coming back up.
Okay, in light of COVID.
In light of COVID, yes.
That was occasional.
Yeah, last year I think we passed the 1 million mark at tourists. This year I think we shall even do better. So I think that last month we had a record number of arrivals at AT NTV airport. So the numbers are really going up. Yeah. So I think for the tourism industry, I think we are beginning to set off now. Yes, I think everything is set for us to succeed, really.
Okay.
Yes.
As a player in the industry,
yes,
the rollout of services and products
okay,
is very much important.
Yes.
Access to information on these products and services is also important, especially by those who are abroad
yeah,
and are seeking to come, particularly for these products and services, because that's what drives tourism. Tourism is not something that somebody either traveling for business and then they're like, okay, I saw something interesting, let me go for it. Nope.
Yes.
The real numbers come from people who sit down and flip magazines on papers and look through so much information, and they say, I think there is somewhere in Uganda and we need to do that. Yes. How are you managing to track this customer and client base?
Okay. Oh, well, I think that still sometimes I always take my conversation back to the COVID era, from the COVID, yes. I think when COVID came, we began appreciating more the digital era.
Yeah.
That's when we began, because we limited our interactions to one-on-one interactions.
That's
so
right.
we found that most of us began customizing our packages to ensure that there's limited interaction between us and our clients. We set up different platforms where someone can come and see our products. I think most tour companies, really, you find that you need to have a website, maybe you need to have, there are different platforms where you can still showcase your products and services, etc., etc. So I think that right now the usage has gone up. It's now almost like, for example, if you're a tour company, one of the requirements, I think, by the licensing body is to have an operational website. Yeah. Where someone can come and
it would really be very, very bad if a tour company didn't have a portal.
Yes, yes. But then also technology right now is changing a lot. You see social media is taking over. Right now you need to have maybe a TikTok account, you need to have a YouTube account, YouTube channel, etc., etc. So I think that the technology is evolving a lot. And then we as tour operators, we need to be also consistent. Personally, for us as a company, we even now have an app. We went ahead as getting an app whereby someone is able to come and then see the different services we have, the different products, and then they book. And now, right now, even I think so many companies have invested a lot, whereby you can just come on the app and then you book, and then you even make payments, and then you confirm your ticket, your trip and everything, just in one platform like that. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So it's like it offers seamless planning solutions for anyone client that is seeking to come over, and also the provision of these varied pieces of information for destination Uganda. You said your company developed one.
Yeah, we have an app, yes. Okay. Okay, basically for us, our idea was, I want when someone, for example, let me say you're in the US, I want to showcase what Uganda has to offer. So I should be able to give you packages, or let me say Queen Elizabeth, Action Falls, visiting our gorillas. you see the different packages, the different accommodation options, transport options.
That's right.
And then from the comfort of your living room in the USA, you're able to scroll through, see the pricing, see the packages, and you even customize it. You can say, maybe, you know, I need to sleep in this accommodation, maybe on my way, I need to take this route. You customize it, and then you review it. Then from the other side, you even book it, and then you confirm your trip from where you are. You don't need to come to our office, like that. Yeah. So I think that right now it's a bit more convenient for the clients now. So as tour operators, we're working so hard to ensure that we give the client a very seamless experience in booking the trips.
So this plays pretty well into the Explore Uganda app that was launched by the Uganda Tourism Board in partnership with Total Energies EP.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so if somebody goes to the Explore Uganda app and is seeking for any particular information, and the algorithm drives that client to TIO, Tours and Travel.
Well, that app specifically, I think, showcases Uganda as a destination. As
a destination.
Yes.
It doesn't look into the nitty-gritty of service providers.
Exactly, yes. So it's now upon us as tour operators to ensure that how do you position yourself. But again, I think there are so many platforms as tour operators where you can come and then showcase your services. For example, we have platforms like safaribookings.com, we have Google Ads, we have Facebook ads, etc., etc. So as a tour operator, you just need to ensure that you are in these places, and then trust me, that's where the clients will notice you.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, now that the conversation is about tech, and many clients, for example, are of course very savvy when it comes to tech and the use of phones to be able to update their followers or even their relatives and friends about where they are. And we've seen celebrities, for example, from Hollywood to other very prominent entities in the world who visit the Masai Mara, the Serengeti, and other very iconic tourism attractions in East Africa, use their followership.
Exactly, yes.
The follow-up of their actions is always something that is lukewarm. When it comes to Ugandan service providers.
True.
I do not know whether if that particular celebrity has used one company, tour travel company, the rest of us do not have to capitalize on the kind of publicity that comes with it and the marketing opportunity. As a member of the Association of Tour and Travel Operators, how do you approach this conversation? In case, let's say, for example, we wake up one day and LeBron James is in Uganda. LeBron James has come to Uganda, and his ticket and experience is being procured and led by a particular company. That is an opportunity for the entire industry to jump on.
Yes, yes.
Are you guys working on a framework where you can agree to ride that wagon?
Yeah, well, you see, any publicity is good publicity. So when the chance of course avails itself, of course, as to operators, you see how best to milk it, if I'm using the right word.
Okay.
I think that that question would have been, I think, better addressed maybe to some of our entities that market destination in Uganda.
Okay.
For example, you see...
Yeah, actually, it's a question that I had kept for Madame Lilia Jirova, but unfortunately we are unable to speak to her. She must be very engaged right now. But it's an overview that you can share.
I get your point. Of course, personally for us as a company, we have tried something similar like that, because the numbers that come with bringing such a star is really amazing.
That's right.
I give you an example. If, for example, a company, say company X, you maybe got a big celebrity, let me say, and then maybe a soccer player, football player, and you brought them here in Uganda. The numbers are really, really very good. Now, the benefits with such may come to your company as an individual, because possibly you would want your branding to be everywhere, you'd want that person to be associated with your company. But still, as a destination, Uganda will still benefit, because those people, those celebrities, they have a very big following.
Very huge.
So if, for example, LeBron James posted maybe a photo, maybe where they on top of Marshall Falls, the numbers would really be great. People would want to know what's Marshall Falls. When you go on Twitter, the trending, everything, you'll find that.
I even hope the algorithms on the social media do indicate to him that Morning at NTV talked about him.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, that would be very good, yeah. So you find that, of course, now, when you look at our neighboring destinations, when you look at Rwanda, when you look at Kenya, they really know how to milk such events.
Yeah.
If, for example, a celebrity comes over, they know how to position themselves. So I think for us as Ugandans, we are waking up really. I think we are waking up, we are getting there.
Okay.
Each day and day we are being more innovative. Actually, if you look at our tourism industry, past COVID, prior to COVID, we have changed a lot really. Right now, it's very, very common to find a group of young people very passionate about tourism, posting about tourism. Actually, these days, every weekend, when you look at social media, you find that there's someone posting maybe Maction Falls, Queen Elizabeth. So I think that the awareness is coming up there. So right now, what we just need to find the right people with the right following, and then I think that we shall get those numbers there.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's transition into augmented reality and virtual reality, where, of course, the travel world is also not surviving what is no doubt a huge wave across the world and a trend. But it has the possibility of completely destabilizing the whole aspect of the experience. Yeah, experience stands at the heart of tourism.
True.
The ability for you to feel that place, that moment, and what it brings. Now, augmented and virtual reality could take this experience on phone or through any other media without that person necessarily experiencing it physically. That is a threat to the tourism industry. And in onboarding technology, I don't know where the fine line is, where you should not trade into what could possibly completely take away the experience for people to actually want to come to destinations physically and stay on take.
Oh, well, I get your argument, but I think that we haven't reached there yet.
For us, we haven't.
Yes, because I can tell you.
The beauty of being in Africa.
I can tell you that when you see the photo of, let me say, Maction Falls, the most powerful falls. When you see the photos, trust me, you just want to go there.
You will want to be there.
Yes, when you see maybe a gorilla, you want to experience, wow, how can I be next to this giant? So I think that it's okay. Of course, the world is changing a lot, but I think that some things they are better felt in person.
Better felt in person.
Because, for example, cultural tourism. If you want to experience maybe the Batwa experience, there is no way you can experience that without being there. So some things you just need to be there in person.
Okay, it's interesting when you talk about food and everything that can, for example, come out of the ability to sell food as a tourism product. Earlier I was talking about, and this has been propped up, the Rolex thing. We are glad that the Rolex, you can now confidently say, I want a Rolex in English, and you don't expect the other person to be like, hey, you want to eat a watch?
True.
But food tourism stands at the, I don't know how to describe it, but the potential is huge to sell food as a tourism product. For people to want to enjoy. Because when you look at the most celebrated chefs across the world, they have a particular food they are so good at. It could be tuna, it could be a certain type, whatever, depends on which country they are in. For Africa, and Uganda in particular, I think selling food by way of having more celebrity chefs do our culinary pieces and putting them together would be a fine thing to do. As a player, away from selling Maction Falls and the national parks, the gorilla and all these experiences, what is our food helping us?
Oh, well, I can give you an example. How often do you travel? Like, for example, if you go to Kenya, if you go to Tanzania, to Rwanda.
I was last in Kenya last year.
Yes.
I haven't traveled in the last 6 months out of Uganda. So that means my scorecard is really bad.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So you're in Kenya. Now, when you're in Kenya, how often do you want to eat some ugali and sukuma wiki?
As soon as I
arrive. That is very true. It's like even when you're in Kampala here and you go up.
There's that famous goat place. You go to Kenya, you want to go there because you've heard about everything that goes on. So you
see, with the food, I think it just comes naturally because there is no way a tourist will come to Uganda and not taste any Uganda delicacy. That there is absolutely no way. The same thing with even us when you're back at home. When you stay in Kampala and then maybe during the Christmas season you go up country back, you want to taste the local delicacies. Yeah, so it's the same thing. So still with the tourism industry, we just need to say how best can we package our local delicacies. The Rolex, of course, it's very famous, of course. I think a lot of work has been put there. And right now, every tourist that comes in Uganda, you want to taste a street Rolex.
Oh, okay.
So that is very good, yeah.
All right.
But I think that as players, we need to see how best to develop some of these delicacies. Yes. For example, in Buganda here, we have the Luwombos, the Mpombos, etc. So we just need to see how best can we get these foods, and then we have them ready to say that when someone comes to Uganda, at least you get a chance to experience this local delicacy.
All right, Timothy Ochen, Managing Director, TIO Tours and Travel, many thanks for that information. And of course, we do hope that all interventions that you are rolling out to ensure that the product improves, and of course, Destination Uganda gets all the dividends in terms of numbers comes through us and how you want it. That will do it for the Kickstarter discussion. I hope it has helped you understand what can be, especially when it comes to the tourism products and services that are available for us. The power of technology in improving some of these things is enormous and cannot be overstated. Morning at NTV, it's been a pleasure having your company today, the 22nd day of October 2024. On behalf of my team behind the scenes that ensures the 2.5 hours are as exhaustive and informative as they always are, no doubt a very good job done. I'll see you tomorrow. For now though, have a good day. I'm Chris Higenyi.